Oh, it's just Jord.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another new theory video. This one is a bit different. After the release of Captain Spirit, I have been really excited to theorise about how the new Life is Strange is going to shape up. And today they dropped a trailer that I believe has some information about the upcoming title. And in today's video, we are going to break down the trailer and see if we can theorise about the game before it's released. So before we begin, there may be some potential spoilers ahead. Nope, you've been warned. With that being said, let's take a look at the trailer first. Now, to make sure the channel is protected, I am only going to be showing you parts of the trailer to avoid all the copyright nonsense. So, if you want to watch the trailer, then follow the link below. Otherwise, let's get into the main parts of today's theory.
Officer Matthews, I've got a 1010 in progress. 1452 Lewis Avenue. I'm gonna need backup.
Copy that. All backup available.
It's gonna be all right.
So with that part of the trailer played, let's discuss it. So in this section of the video, we have Officer Matthews attending a call. That's a 1010. In general police talk, a 1010 is in fact a fight in progress. What's interesting is we hear the sounds of the officer's first reaction to the scene of the crime. He arrives and speaks in a sentence under his breath, like he is breathtaking.
Oh, shit.
Now, I theorise that whatever the cop is seeing, he's never witnessed it before, as we hear him on exit of the vehicle state that he's going to need backup.
I'm gonna need backup.
After he leaves his vehicle, something to note about the situation is when he puts the radio call in, the timestamp displays 0508 to 9 PM. After this, the camera goes black and skips a few minutes to 5:10:56 PM. So we don't get to see the full story. In the next part of the scene, we hear a very muffled talk, but with a few tricks with Audacity, we can make it out a bit clearer. So the conversation that's taking place after the backup call is as follows. He didn't do anything, Danny is going to be alright, and on the ground. Okay, so figuring out who these people are is the main priority here. So the first thing I wanted to point out is that the part on the ground is not said by the police officer. But what we are actually hearing is the first voice who says, please, he didn't do anything. But when he says this, he's in a panic. Whereas the part where he warns the police officer, as they know what's coming, because whoever holds the power cannot control it. And my first impressions is that whoever holds this power can unleash it in the most desperate of times of the individual's life. The next is very interesting as we see the effect of the power that has been unleashed, and if you look at the footage, the power looks rather familiar to the one we saw in Captain Spirit. In Captain Spirit, we see before he falls onto the floor that he unleashes the power to push away or to hover from the ground, making a sort of wave effect on the ground. In the introduction to Captain Spirit, the effect is very little, but in this trailer we can see it at its full capacity, as the shockwave holds the same characteristics as the first one. With that, it's also worth noting that the power can also hold any debris in the air, and at the same time of the effect, which we can actually see in the trailer, if you pay close attention, when the car rolls over you're seeing objects towards the top that maintains its distance from the floor as the car rolls. So in short, whoever is making this effect is the one from the Captain Spirit story. So that leaves us with the question, who could be the one with the power? It could be Chris, as we know he has the power as we saw at the end of Captain Spirit. You know, where all the questioning was just his imagination. Could this be confirmation it wasn't? Now he has a power that comes out in a certain situation where he doesn't know how to control it. Or will there be a huge far-fetched plot twist that the person with the power maybe could be Chris's neighbour that was also seen at the end of Captain Spirit? The reason I say this is I find it odd how they showed that other kid next door was just stood there after Chris got off the floor, as if the other kid was there the whole time, and then just waves without batting an eyelid, while you see what looks like maybe his brother walking up to him, so you know they both were not stood there the entire time. All we know is that in Captain Spirit it seems to be a lot of hero versus villain. As Chris, you constantly get choices for these. So could it be you are Chris and you get to choose a path of being a hero or villain? Or will Chris automatically just be the hero and you have to face off a villain? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments below. I would really love to hear your ideas and theories about the trailer and game. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all the latest Life is Strange 2 theories. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the best morning, day or night wherever you are in this world, and I'll see you all in the next theory video.